Listen up.
It's just in.
All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
All right, well, it's official. Twitter has sued Elon Musk in an effort to force him to follow through with the deal that he was supposed to do to buy Twitter. So according to Elon Musk's lawyer, he said that Twitter is in material breach of multiple provisions of the deal, claiming that the company has withheld data that Elon Musk requested in order to evaluate the number of bots and spam accounts on the platform. Well, Twitter responded. Their legal team said in a letter that Elon Musk's attempts to terminate was invalid and wrongful, and said that he himself had violated the agreement and demands that he follows through with the deal. $44 billion.
You can't change your mind. Like if you go to buy a car or buy a grip, and then you just like, you know what?
It depends.
It was a binding merger
That's right.
agreement.
Maybe this
So
is
when
just
you
too much
get
money for me.
when you get too far along,
That's right.
and you have a binding agreement, it's a lot harder to just say I changed my mind.
That's
I
right.
don't understand why. You could just change your mind. Like you ever would think about buying a car and be like, you know what? That car's too expensive.
You've done enough business to know that what you said is absolutely right. When you get too far down the road, you've made some agreements.
And then
There's some things in emails that can be used in court.
Now, I will say they do have in this, for him to get out of it, a $1 billion breakup fee. So instead of paying $44 billion, he could pay $1 billion and get out of the deal.
But
Let me
then
stay out these white people business.
Yeah, you're right. Because I was going to ask, what about the bots? Like, you didn't think there was that many bots. There's more bots than expected. So be like, there's too many bots. I ain't messing with
Stay
you.
out these rich white people business.
You're right.
It just depends on what's in the agreement. If, that violates whatever agreement and his lawyers can prove we asked for this information, didn't receive it, now you're in violation,
So it's gonna
which is
cost
in
him
breach
$1
of the
billion.
contract. So they said the deal
Yes.
is likely now going to be headed for a lengthy court battle to determine whether or not Twitter can force him to close the deal and become the owner of Twitter, or at least get him to pay that $1 billion breakup fee.
Hey, man. Dick Gregory, the OG Dick Gregory, God bless the dead, always told me to stay out white folks' business.
You're right. You're right. Mind my business.
Ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yep.
That's way above my pay grade.
Way above
You sit over
mine.
here and
Now,
act my
Elon
wage.
Musk posted a series of pictures of himself, and they said I couldn't buy Twitter. Then they wouldn't disclose bot info. Now they want to force me to buy Twitter in court. Now they have to disclose bot info in court. So he
Yeah, it's
posted
just
that.
What they
way
gonna tell us?
above
I
my
mean, what they
wage.
gonna tell us that there's billions and billions of bots on Twitter? We know this already.
I don't know why that's the deal breaker, but All right, now T-Pain was talking to DJ Academics on his Twitch channel. They were talking about hip hop in the social media era, and a lot of other things they discussed was T-Pain says, and these are his claims, that Akon would use his brother Boo as a body double.
Somebody recently just admitted that they had a double or like an impersonator perform for them.
I came up with body doubles. I came up with Boo was doing shows for Akon.
What? No, stop
I
it.
knew what body doubles was happening.
Wait, no, stop it.
Don't
No,
have-
that never happened. That never happened.
These was getting double the shows every motherfucking month because Boo would go
That
and
is some
lip sync
African shit.
shows for Akon.
What?
Boo would get on that stage and say he was Akon and lip sync the motherfucking lyrics as much as he could, and they would pay for that every time.
They
You
always-
couldn't do nothing.
They always say if you can find a way to be in two places at the same time, you will get wealthy.
Now, I heard that before. Well,
Okay, envy snitch.
I'm not mad at it.
Okay.
I mean, it makes sense though, because Akon has always had a very big white fan base, and white people think all of us look alike anyway.
Anyway, right? I'm not mad at it.
I get it.
Have you ever mistaken Boo for Akon?
No, but that's because I know Boo.
Yeah,
Right.
'Cause I know. I mean, I know Boo.
but I
Boo,
know
my guy
Akon.
though. Like me and Boo used to work together.
I mean,
on
you
a
can
TV
tell
show
they're
back in the day and everything.
brothers, but I don't know if
They look
if I
similar.
could say
Not
like
to me. They don't look nothing alike, actually.
They look alike.
no, they definitely look like
They look-
brothers.
they look related,
But
absolutely.
I can tell the difference.
Yeah, they look like they came
They
off.
don't
the-
look like twins.
Like if they were gremlins and the gremlin got wet, they look like they came off the
But,
same gremlin, but
like
they
you
don't.
said,
they don't look alike.
To some white people, we all look alike.
That's all it
like the
is.
fake Drake is walking around and people believe he's Drake.
That's all it is.
Yeah, he's about to fight Lamar Odom in a celebrity boxing match.
No. By the way, nobody believes that's really Drake. Stop.
Some people do.
I don't believe that.
White people do.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, white people thought Envy was Drake.
They did.
Remember when we were in
Yes,
the
they did.
Bahamas and they thought the Black China was Nicki Minaj? All the white people were taking pictures with her.
That is true.
See?
But that was early.
It was a
13
long
years
time ago,
yeah.
but come on,
No.
I
I think people know Drake. Akon
All right.
and Boo I can see early on though.
Now, in that same interview, T-Pain also talked about Chris Brown. Chris Brown is frustrated. He doesn't feel like he is getting support for his latest project, Breezy, and the deluxe release as well. And here's what T-Pain had to say.
Chris Brown has the princess complex. Basically, the princess complex is when you not only get what you want, but you get the accolades of a pretty person for doing absolutely nothing. And just the second that the first real motherfucker comes to you and say, hey, you ain't that pretty, it's over. I'm not saying that he has this. I'm just saying, my if he put out the tweets that I saw, maybe there's a little princess aspect to it, to where it's like, what the are y'all doing? I'm supposed to be famous. Y'all supposed to be my fans, and I get that. But I've never been a numbers guy.
I'm trying to follow this, but didn't he start off by saying Chris has the princess complex?
Yeah,
but
and then he said he doesn't
goes,
have it.
I'm not saying he has it, but I'm so confused.
He might be sipping while he's twitching.
Yeah, and I disagree. I mean, we all know Chris Brown is super duper talented, and I don't think there's anything wrong with being frustrated over, your fan base, because, I mean, it can be an illusion, right?
Keep in mind that I'm an artist, and I'm sensitive about my music. And I'm sure every artist is sensitive when they're like, I got all these followers.
Exactly.
I felt like y'all should have supported me more.
And that was my point. Like, exactly. Like, when you have millions and millions of followers, especially on social media, you like, damn, only 70,000 people bought my album? Like, yes.
I see a lot of artists with a lot of followers get upset when that happens.
As they should.
All right. Well, what are you doing? That is your rumor report.
All right. Thank you, Miss Yee. When you giving away that trip?
Listen, man, we are about to give somebody the opportunity to come to the Black Effect Podcast Festival. You know what's happening Sunday, August 28th here in New York City. You want to see some of your favorite podcasts live. You want to see the 85 South Show. You want to see Horrible Decisions. You want to see Reasonably Shady, just to name a few. Then now is your opportunity. What is the keyword today, Eddie? Let me see. Let me hold the laptop, Eddie. You know they don't love it.
They both can't read.
What is the keyword?
And need glasses. Today's
keyword is festival. Okay?
Say that again.
Festival.
Okay.
So if you text
festival,
the keyword festival to 37911, all right? They said 37911 or 37911. Come on, guys. Jesus. Text the keyword festival to 37911 and you get the opportunity to come to New York City, to come to the Black Effect Podcast Festival on Sunday, August 28th. And if you don't want to wait for your chance to win, then go to blackeffect.com/podcast festival and get your tickets now.
All right. People's Choice Mix is next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.